This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
Brought to you by the North Law Firm. For car accidents and negligent security cases, call Joe at 239-337-1191. And by Lee Health.
All right, Southwest Florida, welcome to another edition of Lee Pitts Live. Where are we now? We're at the American Legion Post 38. We're back here. The accommodations have just been outstanding. Big shout out to Kevin Boyd and also our good friend Don Patton. They have gone beyond the call of duty to make our accommodations here the best. We'll have the Fort Myers Police Department see if they can outdo them next month. But speaking of Fort Myers Police Department, this month, this night, this day, this morning, we're going to be talking to some law enforcement officers who are doing wonderful things in the community, compliments of Fort Myers Police Department. We get a chance to talk to Lamar Campbell, Athena Mitchell, and Edward Cutie, and put officer in front of all of their names. They'll be guests on this show. We'll be right back. Southwest Florida, welcome back. You guys have always wondered what's it like to be a celebrity and walking around, and do you feel safe? Well, this time you get a chance to see some of my bodyguards here. Fort Myers' finest police officers are here. Let's welcome them to the show. Athena and Ed. Welcome to Lee Pitts Live.
Thank you for having us.
Finally unveiling my bodyguards, but actually, just kidding, people. Athena is big with respect for the law program over there, and Ed Cutie, Officer Ed Cutie, also is with respect for the law. And what's that other organization you deal with? The
Explorers.
Explorers Club, right. Both of you work simultaneously, and the jobs that you do allow you really to connect to the community. Let me get right into that. What does it do for you personally to be able to do what you do?
To work with the kids,
Mm-hmm.
it makes a big impact when you see it making a difference.
What has been some of the response from the kids that you've dealt with? How they've acclimated to what you're trying to teach them?
I was also a school resource officer, so I work with middle school students, and recently I received a message through Facebook from a juvenile that I knew back in middle school, and she was difficult to say the least, but we fought and made it through, and I got a text message recently saying she did really well. She joined the military and thanked me for all my hard work.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And what does it do for you with the PAL program?
With the Explorer program, it's
Explorer, yeah, my bad.
It's rewarding to find a group of young kids that are interested in a future in law enforcement. It makes a lot of the difficult parts of our job worth it when you see the results, when you're helping some of the youth get through some obstacles in life.
What is Explorer?
The Explorers is a mentorship program for kids the ages of 14 to 21 in high school or just after high school that are interested in a future in law enforcement or any public service career, really. It's pretty regimented. They follow a strict curriculum. We have meetings weekly. We do training. They get trained in various areas of law enforcement, much like us officers do.
That sounds pretty cool.
They get trained by us officers as well as other volunteers from within the department.
That do you see that their perspective or their understanding of law enforcement really changes once they actually get into the real aspects of what you guys are doing?
Definitely. They have an interest, but they don't really have the knowledge until they start being exposed to some of the things, and it enlightens them to the reality of the job and a lot of the sacrifices that are made from both the public servants and community and the explorers and all that.
What is the respect for the law camp?
Respect for Law Camp, excuse me, is for 11 to 14-year-olds. It's a 4-day, 3-night camp. It's a hands-on experience with law enforcement. Also, they see large scenarios. SWAT team comes out and does a show. The fire department comes out, teaches them how to put fires out. All the platoon leaders are law enforcement, and we're not in uniform, so they get to see us as people for the 4 days and 3 nights.
You still people with uniforms on.
Yeah, but
I know what you're saying now.
Kids don't see that. They see all the equipment and get nervous. But it's 4 days, 3 nights, 7 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. They stay the night, and they get to be the SWAT team for one day, for a little bit.
That's excellent.
So
when is this camp going to take place?
this year it's June 7th through 10th. They check in 8:30 in the morning on the 7th. They graduate. They have a big drill off on the last day. We break them up into platoons.
You say check in where?
They check in. We're hosting it at Bishop Verot. Bishop
Okay.
Verot's always been very generous in donating their campus to us. So they come in on.
You bring in like some carts and everything?
We bring in cots. We bring in everything. We
SWAT
have
style.
2 wonderful people that come in and run the kitchen. There's meals every day prepared for them. So
How does one become a part of that? Is there advanced registration and all that? We want people to know right now if they want their
yep, they
children.
can contact me at the police department and give them the link to register. Or we also have chances for sponsorships. We have wonderful people in the community that donate to the youth that can't afford to possibly go to camp, that they have sponsorships.
Do you know that link off the top of your head?
The
We
link
got the
for
website on
registering,
the screen,
I can send that to you, but the link is about this long.
We'll just encourage people to go to that website on the screen
Right.
and then search it out. You got a phone number to the police department? What's the, you know
The
that off the top?
non-emergency number,
There you go.
239-321-7700.
How much does it cost to be in the,
$125, and that's for all 4 days. It's all the meals from Thursday morning to Sunday breakfast. They are supplied with T-shirts, hats, water bottles.
sponsorships available?
Sponsorships are available.
At that number, just call in the
Call
corporation
and
to
ask for
sponsor a
Officer
kid.
Mitchell, and I can walk them through the process.
That's very inexpensive, by the way, so.
Yeah, 4 days.
The, now, I know that the Explorers Club and the Respect for Camp sounds very similar. Many of the students in the Explorers Club are in the Respect for Camp and so on.
We
Let's
have,
go. Go ahead. Let's go back, Camp. Let's go
The
now.
the Explorers actually kind of host the Respect for Law Camp. We run it through our 501c3
Okay.
to be able to provide that to the kids of Fort Myers and the neighboring communities. The Explorers themselves are a huge part of the actual function of the camp. They're there for the setup, they're there for the during, they run the water, you name it, any kind of logistics that the camp needs for the kids. They're running around taking care of that while the individual platoons are doing whatever the activity is at the time.
Do they get to, in any of these aspects, do they get to see those cool police dogs?
Yes, they do, and we've, last year, one of our explorers volunteered to take the ride on the taser to show the students what it does. Also, we have 4 employees over at the Fort Myers Police Department, officers, community service aides, and TCOs that not only were explorers, but they were also campers at one point. So they've been with the agency since they were 9 years old.
What is the requirement to be an explorer?
The Explorer requirements are ages of 14 to 21 in high school or just completed high school. You have to have a criminal background check you have to pass. You have to have been arrested for any felonies, things of that nature. It's a simple 7-page application that you can retrieve from myself or Officer Mitchell, and we'll run you
Go
through
through
that.
the process.
Yeah.
Does that cost any money as well?
As of right now, the only thing that it costs is a $25 application fee for the charter with the Boy Scouts of America Exploring through their Learning for Life programs. As of right now, that's the only cost.
What are the key benefits of the Explorers Club to the community?
The key benefits. So the Explorers benefit the police department. Like she said, we have 4 employees currently that were once Explorers. So it's kind of like a recruiting ground for ourselves. We're taking people, kids from within our community that are interested in our career, and we're helping them ultimately achieve that goal within our agency. So it's a really big recruiting tool for us. The benefit to the community is that we're taking people from within the community that want to work for and in this community. So, no one takes more pride or more, it's more valuable to someone that's from that community to take pride in that community and do it justice than it would be from someone that, coming from around. So that's the benefit to the community there.
Final question. I noticed that you said you do a background check and these types of things, and if they have certain checkered past, they can't be a part of the Explorers Club. How do we reach some people who may want to turn their lives around, who may have done some things in the past, some teenagers got in trouble, whatever, but they want to turn their lives around and they could benefit a great deal from both of your programs? Is there thoughts around giving them an opportunity?
Definitely. It's sometimes on a case-by-case basis, and just because someone may have a potentially checkered criminal history doesn't mean they're disqualified.
Okay.
We'd have to see what it is.
Right.
Remember, they're coming in to our agency, so there's still a standard that has to be met, legally.
Okay.
So,
Back in the day, I may not have qualified for your program.
we do have other
But I
youth
turned my
programs.
life
Yeah,
around.
we have other youth we have other youth programs
All
as
right.
well.
Okay. And I turned out to be a decent senator. All right. I just wanted to get that in.
Not
I
a
didn't want to try
problem.
to throw you a little hooker there.
No worries.
Because my viewing audience will respect that question. But it's been great to have both of you here. Looking forward to getting you back in the future, okay? Keep up the good work.
Not a problem.
Let's bump
Thank
you
you.
out. As the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by Fort Myers' finest who are doing it. When we come back, another law enforcement officer will talk about the POW program right here on Lee Pitts Live.